describe the tiered medical model. So Resonance Labs functions as tier 1 out of 3. Tier 1 medicine is no pill, no needle, no scalpel. This is the lower end of stuff, all right? Acupuncture is technically involved in tier 1, and that involves a needle, but we're talking hypodermic and injectables. So the idea for tier 1 is this is where you should be starting. FIT gives us the ability to analyze the body wholly, give you an accurate assessment of where you're at, and for the most part, chart a course back to where you want to be. Now, in doing that, we do run across people where we go, you have no cartilage left in your knees and you are bone on bone scraping. I'm sorry, knee replacement is in your future, right? But before we go to tier 3, where we're cutting on you, replacing things, we go to tier 2 instead, where we bring in exosomes, stem cells, where we bring you up to our nurse practitioner level with hyperbaric oxygen and ozone and other modalities that hopefully will either give you freedom of pain, even though you might not have any cartilage, and kick the can down the road for your surgery, or alleviate it long enough that we avoid it entirely. And this is where, when we go from tier 1 to tier 2, we keep filtering out that tier 3 need. So that by the time we've done tier 1 and 2, and you still are having that electricity sensation down the sciatic nerve, you're still having the back pain, and we go, we're looking at your x-ray, we're looking at your scans, and we're like, I'm sorry, we can't avoid the inevitable. You have a spinal impingement on a nerve. You have to go to a surgeon. But by the time you head to that surgeon, by the time you're gonna get cut on, you've done so much other work getting the body restored, getting your body healthy, addressing what you can and what you can control, that by the time they're actually cutting on you, you are 10 times more likely to come out of it in a good state, ideal recovery, no major consequences or risks, because everything else has been accounted for. You have good blood flow, you have good nerve innervation, you have good vascularization. These are things that will give us a better chance at a better outcome. And it's what's often missed when we jump straight to tier 3, when you've been sitting in an office desk for 20 years, poor mobility, poor blood flow patterns, poor nutrition, and now you're unhealthy body needs to go and get a major surgery. It's not going to respond well when it has to heal and clean and debride and do all the things post-surgery internally that heals that wound and brings the tissue back together. So if you've ever wondered why we prefer to work in this kind of Eastern theory of you pay me to keep you healthy, not to fix you when you're broken, that idea provides the best chance, as we've seen within our veteran and active duty community, of avoiding the major surgery. So the tiered medical model is your friend if you don't like surgeons, if you want to avoid major intradiction events where we have to go in an emergency style and start taking pieces out or compensating for physics. That always ends up with this hamster wheel effect of, now the surgery fused my spine. Now I have a limited range of motion. That limited range of motion produces compensation, produces new neuropathies. And we keep running the hamster wheel, hopefully stopping the degradation when you could have prevented it following a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 kind of model.